How's the response been these first few practices back?
It's pretty harsh right now. I mean, we don't take that lightly. It was embarrassing, but you know, we're back out here. We're working harder than we ever have, and that's really the only thing we can do. Take it, learn from it, move on.
Did you see anything you could have improved on in the tape from the game?
Absolutely. I think you know, not allowing the pressure to get to me too much, because sometimes when it wasn't there, you know, I need to hang in there a little bit longer. But progression still, everything like that. Missed a couple throws. Try not to force too many things. Yeah, there's plenty of things for me to work on.
What do you know about this night's team?
A very well-coached team, obviously, with Scott Frost being there. The defense plays very hard, physical. They give a lot of effort, and you know, they're schematically they do a lot of different things.
So after tape, what did you see on that punt return touchdown?
The guy's really fast. That's probably the first thing I saw. But that's the first one I've had since I want to say my junior year of high school, and that's probably the worst feeling I've ever had in my life. Because I mean, there's always something that you can do better. Where I put the ball out of bounds, something like that would never happen. But I mean, there's just little errors that we need to fix here and there, and it's just frustrating. But we'll be back this week.
What else stood out to you on tape from last week?
Honestly, just like miscommunications for us, just little things. You would think, like, if you look at like a punter's average, even if you look at my first game, you see my average like 30 yards, and you think, like, oh, we sucked that game. But it's just like one little thing on my first punt changed everything, because I shed that shank in the first game. But it's always just like one little thing that can change everything on punts, especially if a guy misses a block by an inch. Like, that's the difference between a 50-yard punt and one running back on you.
And what was that call on the second half fake?
I've already got that question. Same thing, miscommunication. We had one call for our frontline guys, one call that came on the sideline. Me and the shield and long snapper heard a completely different thing than what we were doing. So that's kind of how that situation goes. So we thought we were thinking fake, and the front line wasn't, so they kind of let guys go. But it's kind of on me and our punt unit as a whole, honestly.
How can you work on communications, especially coming from the sideline, so you guys aren't getting mixed up going forward?
We just need to be a little bit more direct from our shield guys, because sometimes when we run out on the field, sometimes when we run out on the field, our shield guys are already out there because they're offensive linemen. So that's kind of where we had some of the miscues, I guess. But I don't think we'll have that big of an issue anymore. We kind of fixed that already. We fixed that in the first 5 seconds after that punt happened, so I don't think that'll ever happen again.
Okay.
All right, so the last time Central Florida was here was that Hail Mary. Do you use that kind of as motivation, or?
I kind of wasn't thinking about it. It doesn't really run through my mind anymore until we play them, you know. And you know, people ask me about it all the time because it was a tough loss. But last year we gave the fans one. Came out of there with a W. We just want to do the same thing here, you know, bring it back home. I know the fans remember it, so we've been preparing all week, working hard, fast tempo. We just want to get the W on Saturday.
What kind of things have you been practicing, maybe specifically this week leading up to it?
Like I said, fast tempo has been a big thing because our offense is probably the fastest offense we've seen so far this year. Being disciplined, physicality has been one because of our last game, and just making sure we pay attention to details has been the main focus of this week.
How important is it for you guys to be back at home this week?
It's great. Family and friends weekend, first conference game, it's at home versus UCF. Couldn't ask for a better weekend, so guys are excited. Just can't wait to get up.
And what kind of things have stood out to you the most about this UCF team?
That fast tempo, that's been huge. They have a lot of athletes on offense, starting with the quarterback. Running back has some speed. Receivers are nice, spread all the way from the side. Just a great team, really, all around. They're disciplined, so we just have to make sure we're prepared.
All right, so the last time UCF was here was that Hail Mary. Do you use that kind of as motivation?
Yes, we use it as motivation, same as we use the last 2 games as motivation. So we got a lot of motivation going on coming into this next game, and we know what we need to do to prepare. So that's what we're doing.
What kind of things have you prepared differently?
As far as the bouncing running backs, they like to bounce outside a lot, so keep it contained. Our alignment and their tempo, they got a crazy tempo. So we just been working on our tempo and laying on our keys.
How important is it to be back at home?
It's not really that important because we know we still gotta do what we gotta do at the end of the day. Just to kick off a good season and just ride that momentum out.